Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy, Marky Marks Tarot. Go and ask your oh shit. I forgot my damn water. Fuck. Hey Ninja, how you doing? How's things? Yeah, I'm good. Had a long day. I'm tired, but I'm all right. Not bad. That's good. It's been a long day. It's been hot as heck. Yeah, I'm not sleepy, but I'm just tired from being outside in the sun all day. I had to do a lot of things. I mean, it was cloudy, but it was humid, and it was sunny, and it's annoying. Yeah, it's humid as heck here. It's like 83 degrees and 80% humidity. But I've been in the pool for like it was 2 hours to cool off, so it kind of made me even more tired. But it was nice though. It was so nice. Did a lot of work here and there. Went outside and washed my van, washed some clothes, my dishes, cleaned my apartment a bit, cleaned my AC, cleaned my fan. I did a lot of cleaning today and a lot of bullshit everywhere. Oh, the kids went swimming. Nice. Oh, they went camping. Camping. Yeah. I'm sure they'll probably like it. I'm sure they'll be having fun. Yeah. Well, hey, probably was occupied. She probably was having fun. You know, kids, they like to have fun. They think camping is cool. Some people. I've camped about maybe once or twice in my life when I was young. That's about it. It's too hot to go camping right now. I need an AC. I don't know. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Has Ali started her job yet? I know she last time I spoke to her, she said she was waiting. I haven't seen her in a while, so I'm assuming she's working. Still waiting. Oh my god, that's insane! How long she had to wait? She's had to wait for this crap. Hey, what the heck's wrong with those people? How are you gonna tell somebody like they pretty much got the job indirectly, and you're taking forever? It's too early to yawn. Shit. That's crazy. I can't believe she's waiting all that time. That is absolutely crazy. You've been talking about that damn job for like ever. Well, that's what I kept telling her, that the cards kept saying that, there's a good chance, but it's up to the people that deal with it. It's out of our hands. It's up to the people who are hiring, and it's up to the people who are dealing with it. They're such pain in the asses. They just take forever. Don't make no sense. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Oh well, nothing you can do but just wait. I told her to like check other, jobs and see what happens. What about a hole? Is he better, worse? Our a hole is still acting crazy. That bastard. He's always up to something. He can never just leave us in peace. He's always up to some bullshit. But karma will fix him. He's like the laughing stock of Bermuda anyway, so we all laugh. He's just an a hole, yeah. Same with my a hole, our a hole over here. Yep, that bastard. He's always up to something. He caused a lot of mischief and bullshit a couple weeks ago. He's always up to no good, man. So he did some bad stuff, and now his family are totally against him, and his family are like cutting him off because he's done a lot of stupid shit. And I keep telling everybody that guy, he's just a mental case. He's never gonna learn. If I can beat the crap out of him and get away with it, I would, just to get some satisfaction. But I just leave everything in God's hands. That's all. Sometimes bad people they take a while to get their karma, but eventually it'll come. So I don't really care anyway. As long as they're not around me, I'm happy. That's what I keep telling everybody. I don't really care what he does or what he says. Yeah. I just chill out. I just do my thing. I'm happy, and that's all that is. I just love being here and not dealing with anybody that I don't like. There's some days I want to be Dan. There's some days I want to be. Oh boy. There's some days I tell you. That's why God never puts me in those predicaments. I thank God every day not to put these people in front of me because Lord knows how I will react sometimes. Let me get my water. I left it on the counter. Give me a second. Why are you always in my way? Huh? Always in the way. You got a big ass bed over there, and you want to be in my way, aggravating me. So all you do is aggravate me every day. I should leave your ass outside to the very end until I go sleep. That way I ain't gotta step over you and you're all in my damn way. Damn dog. She's like right here underneath my feet. Can't even move. I have to step over. She's so annoying. Oh boy. Anyway, life, life of dealing with people. It's always somebody doing bad things. I tell everybody I just love peace, peace and quiet. Okay, Ninja, it's good seeing you. I'm glad everybody's okay. Say hi to Ali for me. Dan, how the heck are you? All's good? Take care, Ninja. It's been a long day, but at least I got a lot done. Today is the day I got a lot of things done that I wanted to get done. That's for sure. I clean my AC filters, clean my AC on the outside, make sure it's running okay. I clean my ceiling fan, it was very dirty. Wash my dishes, wash some clothes. I went outside and killed some weeds with the weed killer. Washed my van. I was very productive today. I actually got off my ass and did some work. It was good. And I went in the pool for an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. You had some Philly cheesesteak pizza. Oh, nice. Sounds good. I had fish, wings, and fries. I had a fish sandwich, a couple wings, and some fries. That was my dinner. Now I'm stuffed. I'm good to go. I made some cookie brownies, but I haven't even had one yet because I'm so stuffed. I left it there for tomorrow for the game. The in-laws messed with the AC unit. Oh shit. Yeah, my AC unit, I had to clean the filters. It was pretty dirty. I haven't done it in like a couple months, maybe like since March. So I cleaned the filters, I cleaned the dirt all around it, and it's working nice, nice and fresh and clean. And my ceiling fan that's above me, I took it all apart and cleaned it. So it was nice. I got everything clean. Everything smells fresh, fresh air. I made a mistake not putting an air conditioning down here. I should have had a split unit and put one here as well. I always say I'm gonna do it, but I don't know. Cause I remember when I first moved into this apartment, I had an AC unit over there in the corner, and I was like, why the heck do I want two ACs? You know? And then now I know why. Cause like even though the air comes down here, it's still like it still gets pretty hot down here, but it's not that bad. I just gotta turn it on like the fan up to the second round, so it pushes the air down here. Oh shit! Uh, she's the sister-in-law that likes to do manly things, or she thinks she's Superwoman. Hey, well, it's it's how it goes. I got a split unit here. Yeah, most stubborn people can be good-hearted. I look at myself in the mirror every day. But yeah, I have a split unit here, but the unit's pretty big, and it's weird because sometimes I feel hot in here, but I think it's because I don't feel hot in here now, but sometimes I feel kind of hot in here. Right now, it feels cool, but it's generally because I'm working and stuff and I feel kind of hot. But now that I've had a shower and I'm cooled down a bit and I'm here just chilling, I can feel the air coming down here. But sometimes I want to get, sometimes I feel like getting a different ceiling fan or just a stand up fan. I have a stand up fan too next door in my workshop. Yeah, I know. I don't look in the mirror too often, but I look at myself and I'm like, damn. But yeah, I think that when I get my inheritance money, I think I might get my friend to put in this AC unit here. I'm considering it. It'll be very easy too, because the AC unit's out there, the outside. All I gotta do is come up the wall, punch it out, and I'll put it right there. It'll be perfect. I'll get like I might have to get like I might have to get the indoor piece because I have the outdoor piece. I think I might do that. Get a small one for here. And then when it gets too cold, I'll just shut it off. That's all. Because that's what I did last time. When I had two ACs in here when I first moved in, I used to turn the bottom one off because it was so cold down here. And then I would have the top one on. But I don't know. I don't know what I want to do yet. I might just leave it alone. It's not like I'm sweating down here or something. It's nice. It feels good down here. Diamond feels comfortable. She's not huffing and puffing. I think it's just like the initial like coming inside from outside being hot, and then your body has to cool down. And once it cools down, I feel normal in here. So it's cool. But yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a small AC for down here, and I'll put it right on that wall, and I won't even have to really touch much. Be cool. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but that's what I might do. I might just do that. Yeah, it's cooler at night here, right? But today it was pretty hot. Like I was sweating like crazy, and I was in the shade and I was sweating. And then there's a nice breeze. Like if depending on where I was, because when I started washing my car, I was sweating like crazy because my car was in the shade, but like the sun was out, so I can feel the heat coming off the concrete, and I was like sweating like crazy. And then afterwards, I said, you know what, I'm gonna go in the pool after this, and I'll be happy. So I've been meaning to wash my van for the longest time because there had a whole heap of bird shit on it from like beginning of this week. I think it was like Tuesday or something. Some bird had a shit attack all over my car. I was so fucking pissed. So now it's nice and clean. I just put some about an hour, about 2 hours ago before it got dark. I put the tire shine on there, made the tires look nice and shiny. Some gel stuff that my dickhead brother-in-law left behind, and I'm using it. It's free. So yeah, I did. I washed the van. It was so nice to wash the van and get that out of the way. I did a lot today when I come to think about it. I feel good. Nope. I haven't seen anybody today. Nope. I haven't. Yeah, the last time I spoke to Sis was yesterday in here last night, and I haven't seen Marley, and about I don't know. I think did Marley come in here yesterday morning? Yes, she did. Friday morning, yeah. Friday morning she came in my live. Like I was on here like Friday, I think it was like 1 o'clock or something like that. And I came on. No, actually, it was like two something. And then I was on here for an hour, and she was in here. She was in here Friday afternoon. But I haven't seen her today though, and I haven't seen Tanya either. I haven't seen Annie either. Yeah, my dad was good. He got an ultrasound, checked out everything. He's fine. He's much better than he was. He had diarrhea for a couple of days, but now he's fine. He said he did it to himself because he ate fruit and stuff where he shouldn't have. Because apparently he has diabetes, but I think it's bullshit. And the diabetic diet people told him that he should be eating fruit, and he can't really eat fruit because it messes up his stomach. And then he went to go eat fruit because those idiots told him to, and he did it, and then it made him worse. So I told him, I said, even if you have diabetes, you still got to eat the same shit that you eat now because you have gout. So diabetes is just, if you have diabetes, you're supposed to eat things with less sugar, which he doesn't really eat things with a lot of sugar, you know. But these people just say things and they don't even know anything about the person or whatever. I think it's just stupidity at the end of the day. People just think they know everything, but they don't. Dumbass people. They said it was supposed to rain. I ain't seen no damn rain yet. Every day they said, oh, it's rain, showers are coming, blah, 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 but nothing. We need rain so bad here, everything is like super dry. Yeah, that's the thing. They told him that he should eat fruit and vegetables, and then when he does, it has a reaction to his body, and his body can't handle it. And I had already, I had already told him like 1,000 times that don't listen to these people. Just keep eating what you want, and then leave it alone. So I don't know. He's uh he's a lot better now, but you know, yeah, exactly. But he knows fully well that he can't eat fruit because when he does, he gets a bad reaction to it. But then the diabetes people told him, "Oh yes, you can eat fruit. It does not going to do any harm to you. No, it's not. It's fine. And you can eat vegetables. You can eat this, and you can eat that." And I felt like telling her, "Woman, what are you talking about? Like if this guy can't eat fruit, that means he can't eat fruit. It's like me. If I eat certain fruit, I break out in a rash because the fruit messes up my face and my stomach. And my dad's the same way. Certain people can't eat certain things. It's just like people say, "Oh, I can't eat shellfish and lobster and all that because I'll get sick." You know exactly. So what if you get diabetes and they tell you, "Oh yeah, you can eat lobster, it's fine." No. What you do is you eat what your body does, no matter what you have. And those people are so dumb. They made my dad think that he can do whatever he wants now because he has diabetes. That don't mean nothing. Your body's still gonna react to the food whether or not you have it or not. So he learned the hard way. I try and tell him, but he didn't listen. So but he did admit he did it to himself. And he says that he did it because he was listening to those people. I said, don't listen to those people. Your doctor never told you you had diabetes. Those people at the hospital told you you had diabetes. But that's probably bullshit. They just want to make money off of you. And they have. Because I don't believe he has diabetes either. It's just bullshit. People just say you got things. Doctors like to tell you you have things and you really don't. That's why I don't deal with no damn doctors. They ain't telling me no bullshit. I ain't listening to that. God's my doctor. Hallelujah. Meanwhile, there's people out there lying about they have diseases. Yep, exactly. I don't like doctors at all because they're always trying to scam you to try and make you think you got something. Use you as the guinea pig for the pills. And I'm like, no, no, mm-mm, not today, Satan. Uh-uh. That's one thing about me. I'm not a pill person, and I don't. I took a Tylenol the other day because I was in some pain, but that was about it. And I was good after that. I only took one. But I'm not a pill popper. I can never be like a drug addict or something like that. I just hate taking pills and I don't really want to put that shit in my body anyway. Hey, but what can we do? It's life. Some people have bad diseases and they need medication and some people don't have nothing and they want something or they claim they have something. It was crazy because Teresa came in here yesterday and told me that she knows this person that claims they had cancer. Come to find out the person was lying just to look for sympathy and money and shit. And when she found out the truth, she was, appalled, obviously. And I told her, oh, yeah, that sounds like my ex brother in law. He did the same thing. When my sister got a divorce from him, he ran around telling everybody that he had 3 strokes. He almost died. He had to get revived, and he had this, he had that. Then he had cancer. Then he was on a pacemaker. Then he had blood in his kidneys. Then he had to get flown away to get an ear operation. Blah blah blah. And I said, yeah, it's what people do. People are looking for some type of sympathy. That's what people do. People look for sympathy, and they look for, look for ways to get money and get, to scam you and disrespect you. That's what they do. When I heard her say it, I said, "Oh, it's not just me dealing with dumbass people. It's everybody's dealing with them." But it's crazy how like you lie about something like that, and people out here dying every day. It's crazy. But oh well, when you do shit like that, you end up in a dark place. Better them than me. There was a person that I met like maybe I don't know, yeah, about 7 or 8 years ago. I met this chick that was online. She was a psychic. Come to find out, she was a psycho. And then her and my friend went at it, and then she went to me to ask me about everything, and I was like, "Look, I'm not getting involved with everything, but what's between you and her is between you and her." I said, "I'm your friend and her friend." I know, right? And then she ended up telling me about like how her kids don't talk to her and this and that, and I'm like, I kind of, thought that was kind of suspicious. Like, why is your kids not speaking to you? So she says, "Oh yeah, they're not speaking to me because their dad is this and that and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh God, there's something up with this chick, right?" But I kept it like I kept being non-judgmental in a way. Then she called me like on a video chat to get a reading from me one day. Then she told me that she had cancer and she only has a couple months to live, and she was crying, and I'm like, "Oh damn, I'm sorry to hear that." Like. And next thing you know, hey Joanna, how you doing, sweetie? Next thing you know, she's still alive and she's still doing readings on the website that I found her on. And I told my friend about it, and she was like, "Yep, that's why I told you don't deal with her. She's an evil woman and this and that and blah blah blah." And she looks perfectly fine. And I'm like, the nerve of this person, like, just saying stupid shit like that just to get a reaction or like sympathy or like looking for attention. And you want somebody to be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, hey, what can I do for you?" Me, I'm not even that type of person because I knew she was lying anyway, but I just had that feeling. But there you go. And now I feel like going into a room sometimes and be like, "Yeah, I thought you had cancer and you only had a couple months to live. Here you are, look, you look perfectly fine. You fucking wacko." There's some days I want to go in her room and tell her that because she's still online, like, and still portrays a fraud. Yeah, exactly. There's a woman here in Bermuda that I know. Her daughter got really sick when they were on vacation, and then she started a GoFundMe page for her daughter to pay the medical bills because it was too much and blah blah blah. And then now the girl's doing okay. She's like almost back to normal, but you can see like she's got a little bit of problems or whatever. And I'm saying to myself, this girl wasn't in school the whole year, and then and so you saved like almost 20 grand for the private school. So why you need your shit can't be that much. So you saved 20 grand from your school year. So what the hell's where you put that 20 grand to? That's what I wanted to say to her. And then this same chick has been called out by a lot of people because she used that money for her court case because her baby daddy's taking her to court for being an unfit mother. Because while she was away, that something happened to the daughter. And I was like, well, there you go. You got caught eventually. And all the people that donated to her are pissed off because they donated to a scam. And I was telling people, I was like, you people are idiots to give these people money. Like she's got her own business and she works. So, and her dad passed away like beginning of this year, and he probably left her a pretty penny. That was daddy's little girl. And then you still want to ask people to send you money. That's why fuck that. I ain't giving nobody nothing. Ain't nobody giving me no damn money for myself. I say, here you go, Mark. And I would never do that shit anyway. Like people love to scam people in this world. It's crazy. It's amazing how many dumb people that donate to shit like that, not knowing that it can backfire. Anyway, that's what people do. People are scamming people every day. My mom told me that there's a Indian guy that calls her every 2 months, and he says, "Oh, excuse me, ma'am. I'm calling from the bank, and your credit card is overdue, and we're gonna shut it off if you don't pay your balance of $580 something." So my mom goes, "You a liar! I don't even have a credit card. That's why I know you lied to me. Go to hell!" And she hung up the phone. I laughed so much. I think this was like Monday. She told me that shit. She goes, "Do you know that bastard called my phone again? And this time he say, I have to pay for credit card." I told him, I don't have a credit card. Hey, I laughed like crazy. My mom and dad don't even have a credit card no more. They gave it up. Oh man, it was funny as shit. The other day they called my mom, said that she had an outstanding balance for Amazon. She goes, I don't even have internet. I never been on Amazon in my life. Go to hell. And she hangs up the phone. Hey Ann, how you doing? Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely, Dan. But it's funny, like all these prank calls to people, and they knew who they're calling. Like they're calling the elderly people trying to prank them and shit. Oh yeah, I wish. But my mom says the phone number comes up as unknown on the caller ID, so you can't even call them back. They know what they're doing. They're slick. They think they are at least. But see, my mom, she has internet that we got internet for her so she can watch so we hook up the box so she could watch TV, right? I got her one of those formula boxes that watch Portuguese stations and stuff. And but they don't have a computer or anything or a phone that has internet on it. They don't even know how to use the internet. They wouldn't have no clue. So that's why when somebody calls there and says she has an Amazon package or something like that or her internet, she's like, I don't even have a computer. I ain't never been Amazon in my life. But she knows what Amazon is, right? Because we told her what it is. And she goes, I wish I can see things on Amazon and buy something nice. She told the man, look, I never even shopped on Amazon, bro. What are you talking about? She said it's like the third or fourth time that same person's called there trying to get something from them. I told my mom, as soon as you hear that guy talking, you just put the phone down. As soon as you hear him say, hello, ma'am, yep, the same Indian guy, check you later, bye, click. I told my mom, I don't get those phone calls. The only phone calls I get sometimes is surveys. Hello, Mark. This is so and so. Can we please ask you a couple questions? Do you have time? I'm like, no, I don't have time. I'm sorry. I'm right in the middle of a job. I work for myself. I'm busy right now. You can email me or something. I'll get back to you. Okay, have a nice day. I'm like, yeah, you too. Click. I ain't never answered no damn survey. Don't give a shit about your damn surveys, woman. I got a life. Email me. I'll think about it. I ain't talking on no damn phone. How the hell you got my number anyway? Let me tell you, call me. Give a fuck about no surveys. Why don't you call retired people that are home doing shit all day? Call them. Yeah, usually surveys. Yeah, that's the only calls I get, really. Like, outside of business and people and work. That's it. Why don't you go to your bed, dog? You're laying down on the damn tile. You couldn't even get up earlier. She was sliding all over the damn tile. But if I tell her I got food outside for her, she'll get up so fast she won't be sliding on no tile. I gave her some French fries earlier. She loves French fries. I gave her a few. I feel bad for her. She's like huffing and puffing during the day. I was in the pool today. I went in the pool like about 4 o'clock, and then I fed her right before I went in the pool. And then I was in the pool for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. And she was right next to the edge of the pool by the water. And I was like, "Come on, come inside." I was like, "Come inside, Diamond, come on." And she's looking at me like, and I was like, "You can come in the pool. Let's go." So I'm by the steps. I'm trying to get her to come in, and she's like, "Nah, bruh, I'm not going in there." And then she'll just lay down and she'll just look at me swimming and stuff. No, she hates it. Yeah, French fries. She loves French fries. I gotta make sure like I give her the square looking French fries on the tips and not like like nothing that will be sharp. Because sometimes French fries are like hard on the ends, so I make sure I give her like soft French fries. Giovanna, she doesn't even like getting a bath. When I bath her with the hose and I scrub her down and I bath her, she hates water. She goes like this. She pisses me off. She hates the water. And then I picked her up and put her in the pool like 2 years ago when we first got it. I picked her up and I put her in the pool and she took off. She was like, hell no. She was like, she's like, get me out of here. She's such a pain in the ass. She doesn't like the water at all. If she's hung out in the pool like on the steps, she can like, you know, you know, she doesn't like nothing to do with water and nothing to do with the pool. When I give her a bath, I have to tie her up or else she'll run away. So when I finish drying her off, when I dry her off with the hair dryer and a towel, she'll stay there no problem. But when I bath her, she wants to run. I have to literally tie her up and hold her there, or else she'll run away from me because she hates getting a bath. And then that's it. Like my brother-in-law, when he was here, he put her in the pool first, and she took off. She didn't want to be in there. And I said, "Let me try it," because she was more safe with me. So I put her on the steps, and she took off. She was like, "No, no," she hates it, and she fell in the pool twice while I was working. When I was cutting the grass, she was looking at me and walking, and she fell right into the pool, and I had to go get her because she was panicking. And then another time, I was using the net, and I came around like this, and the net hit her, like the pole hit her, and she fell in the pool. And then I grabbed her because she panicked. I mean, yeah, she feels happy afterwards, but it's only because I'm drying her off. You know what I mean? Like when I dry her off, she's happy. But when I'm giving her a bath, she hates it. I have to like rush to bath her because she just absolutely is a pain in the ass. I gotta give her a bath probably this week. I might give her a bath when I get a chance. She's all right. She doesn't stink or anything, but I'll give her a bath probably this week sometime. No, she hates it. She'll run. She does. She hates the hose, period. What I do is I put water in a bucket and I pour it over her. Because if she hears the hose, she'll run. She hates it. Oh, Giovanni, you're home? Okay, good. No more traveling here and there. Oh, that's good. It's good to be home then. That's good. Glad you're home safe. Yeah, she doesn't like the hose at all. She hates it. I don't use the hose when I bath her. I put the water, I put like warm water in a bucket and I pour it over her and I get her fur all wet. And then I bath her. Then I fill the bucket back up and I rinse her with the water on the bucket. I don't use the hose because she gets pissed and her tail curves and goes inward because she's so mad because she hates the hose and she's like this. Makes you want to hit her with the hose sometimes. But my pit bull, he used to love getting baths and he went in the water. He went in the beach. He would go like right up to his head and he'll be like swimming around and he'll come back out. I took him to the beach a few times. He liked it, but he wasn't really crazy for it. But when I bathed my pit bull, he was fine. He liked it. He was cool with it. But not this dumb dog. She's she's definitely a different dog. She does a lot of stupid things that I don't understand. Especially lately, like she's doing a lot of dumb things. I don't know if it's because she's older and she's just acting dumber, or she's just in her dumb stage. I guess I don't know. Like outside, we have tile, and then where the tile is, it meets the like we have tile, we have the pool, and then the tile around the pool, and then like we have grass on one side and grass on the other side. Instead of her going into the grass and peeing, she pees on the border of the grass and the tile, and the pee is going on the tile now. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, you never done that ever in your life, and now all of a sudden you're doing it. And she's been doing it a lot. As soon as she gets on the grass, she'll squat and pee, and the pee is going half on the tile and half on the fucking grass, which I've never seen her do before. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? What are you drunk or something? And then I think it was 2 days ago, I gave her a bone biscuit, right? She ate it so fast. She's supposed to chew it, and she basically like crunched it and just swallowed it. And I'm like, this dog is so fucking dumb. And then she'll go drink a shitload of water. Then she'll burp and then throw up half the biscuit. So I smacked her on her mouth, not hard, but I smacked her on her mouth and said, "Don't do that." And then she took off outside. And I was like, "You ain't coming back in here. You're a stupid ass dog. You don't even never even done that shit before. And the past couple of days you want to do stupid shit like that." Like she knows she's not supposed to do that, and you still do it. And I'm like, get out of here. So when I scold her and I tell her she's naughty, like she'll think about it and then she won't do it. She won't do it next time. Like I'm not putting up with that shit, you know? Like I'll never like hit her hard, but I just smacked her mouth and said, no, don't do that. Poor thing, all right. There's some days I want to beat the shit out of her because she's so stupid. I'm just kidding. I would never do that. I love her to death, but she does a lot of stupid things. And like she'll eat her food. Like today, I sat down by the pool and waited for her to eat. Because if not, she'll keep looking back to see where I am. So when she eats, right, and so I'm sitting there making sure she's okay, she doesn't like panic. So that way, if I'm there, she'll eat a little like slower. So anyway, I give her food, and she eats the food. She's like eating it like she's going crazy. I'm like, calm down. And then she's looking at me like, I don't care, I'm eating. So she'll wolf the food down like so fast. And within like 3 minutes, the food is gone. She devours it like she's in a competition or something. And I'm sitting right there. She knows I'm there, so she doesn't have to rush. All right. And then she'll drink water right after. She'll drink like a shit ton of water. And then because she eats so fast and drinks so fast, then she'll run over towards me, sit down, and then she'll do a big burp. And then she'll just sit there and go like this, like an idiot, and just look at me, right? Then she'll get up like 5 minutes later and go drink some more water. Then when she goes pee, she's peeing half on the tile and half on the grass. And I'm like, it's not even the retrograde. What the hell is this dog doing? I give up. I really do. I don't know. I think like between dogs and people, and like I don't know what the heck's going on. There must be something in the air, and I guess it just bounces off of me. 'Cause I feel like most people are really stupid lately. Even the damn dogs acting stupid. Even my sister, she didn't believe me, and I said, "Look, watch her go pee." And then she was like, "Diamond, no." And like because my sister, I said, "Look," I told my sister, I said, "Watch, look." You think I'm joking? And she peed like half on the tile and half on the grass, and we were pissed. So I had to go get like a bucket of water and push the pee into the grass and wash it. Like I told my sister says, I don't know what the hell's wrong with that dog. She's some days she's so smart and so lovable, and other days you want to kill her and just like say to her like, "What the fuck is your problem?" But it's just stupid things like that. I mean, it's petty shit, but it's just like if you ain't done it all this time, why do it now? It don't make no sense, you know. I don't know. And right now, she's just laying here, right? Her head's over there, and her ass is right here next to me, right? And she's just like laying down, and she's twitching, and she's probably dreaming or something. She's twitching and stuff. So I guess she's dreaming and stuff. At least she's not snoring, but she's twitching. Her legs are moving. Her legs are moving like this. Yeah, yeah, she's cute. She's a lot. To be honest, now that she like, because her face when she was younger, her face was completely like black, right, and brown. Now that she has white hair, she has like a salt and pepper hair. She actually looks even cuter now than she ever looked. Like she looks cuter now than she looked when she was younger. And she's got those sleepy, eyes because she's a boxer, right? They all have those weird looking eyes. But I mean, she's a good dog. She's very protective. She barks when people come around. She's a people's dog. She likes people. It's not too many people she doesn't like, but she's very friendly. She's very lovable. She like you can lay down next to her and pet her for like an hour and she wouldn't even care. You can grab her and hug her and kiss her and she won't even go nowhere. She'll be like, "Cool, yay. You love me and you hug me and you kiss me." Like there's some days where I'll lay down next to her and like almost spoon her type of thing, you know? And she'll just look at me and she'll be like looking at me like as if to say, what's up? And then she'll turn upside down and have me rub her belly and stuff. So she's cool. She's a good dog and she's I love her to death, but some days it's like you just want to like throw her outside and say, just go away. You're being dumb. But she's cool though. Everybody loves her. I don't know anybody who doesn't love her. But she's good though. I just wish that she wouldn't do stupid things. Hey, Mystical, how you doing? Superbly? Yeah, I'm good. I had a good day. I was very productive. I actually did a lot of things today, so I'm proud of myself. I like being productive. Finally. No one aggravated me today to do something for them, so I ended up doing things for myself that I need to get done. So it was good. Finally got a lot of things done that I need to get done. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's right. You're just getting up. Yeah, I'm gonna try to sleep in tomorrow. I hope so. Hope I get to sleep in a little bit longer. But having this dog here, she wants to get up. She usually get. That's why before I go to sleep, I take her outside to pee, so that way she'll last a couple hours inside without aggravating me. So, but she's good through the night. She doesn't get up that much. Every now and then she'll do it. She has a good life. Welcome to the world, Anne. She's already in the future. See, she's already in the future. Because over there, it's like a different season too, right? It's like it's summer here, but it's like winter over there or something like that, where it's like spring or fall or something like that. I think the seasons are different over there too. Yeah, it's winter over there, and that's crazy. Yeah, it's winter. I remember that because I have a lot of friends that are from Australia that come in here and New Zealand and stuff. They always tell me, "Yeah, your summer is my winter, and my winter is your summer." I'm like, "Huh?" Like, yeah. I didn't believe it until I actually video chatted with my friend one time. She was getting a reading from me and I'm like, it was like this time and it was sunny where she was and I'm like, this must be like a green screen or something, or some bullshit like that. And I was like, she's like, oh no, I'm in Australia. It's like it's 11 o'clock in the morning here and I'm like, what? I was like, this is crazy. And she was wearing like a hoodie and said it was cold. And I'm like, yeah, but it's summertime here. What the fuck? So she explained it to me and was laughing. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know that. I mean, I knew, but I like kind of thought it was bullshit, you know? But it definitely is real. I saw it with my own eyes. I think it's crazy how that all happens. It's so weird how, like, another place in the world is like, if I were to go to Australia right now, I would have to, like, it'll be winter time. So if you never want to suffer in any summer, you can always live in winter your whole life. And if you don't want to be in winter, you can be in summer your whole life. Isn't that weird? I mean, it's weird, but it's cool at the same time. Like if you can have that choice, I'm sure a lot of people would do it just so they can avoid the heat. Or if you don't like winter, you would and you love the heat, you can avoid the winter and have just heat. I think it's crazy because my clients right now, I think they're in Antarctica or something because they're in the snow. There's snow there, like not snow, but like ice and snow. Yeah, I guess you could say it's snow. They had these heavy coats on and they're like enjoying themselves, and I'm like, where the hell are these people too? Yeah, I always wonder about that, Dan. Yeah, it's India is like that too. Yeah, let me see where they are. Can't remember where they were, but I just saw a picture of them. They posted the wife just posted a picture on here, and they're all in like these coats and jeans, and it's like, oh, this snow. Oh, here they are. Yeah, it's all these seals, ice, and snow. I think it must be Antarctica or something. I guess it must be Antarctica. Yeah, yeah. They're all like, it's all cold where they are, and they're on. Oh shit! All these seals, ice in the water. This big ass seal. That's crazy. I guess they must be in some place like that. I'm like, hell no. I don't know how these people travel so far. I can't do that, man. That my shit will be all fucked up. Yeah, I always wonder about all that stuff, about how it's possible, how like the sun is somewhere else and we're in the nighttime, and like obviously there has to be some, obviously there has to be some type of rotation in order for that to happen. So when people say the Earth is flat, I mean, is it really? So how the hell do you explain the sun going from one side to the other and coming back around again? So there's got to be some type of rotation or something like that. I don't know, but I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is the world is a fascinating place. I don't care if it's round or flat or whatever. As long as I'm okay, that's all that matters. One thing I know for sure is like the moon. Sometimes the moon looks super close, probably closer than I've ever seen it in my life is this year. I can't remember if it was maybe January or February or March where I came on here and I was like, the moon is literally like right outside my fucking door. It's like huge and it's right there, and it's like, how could you not land on it? It's right there. So I kind of think that's weird, like how the moon is like right here and how close it is. There's some days where it's like so bright where you think you have your outdoor light on and it's not on. It doesn't happen often, but it doesn't happen every full moon. But there are some moons that are really really close. And I said it on here when it happened, and somebody said, "Yeah, I agree with you, Mark. I think the moon is definitely closer, or it can be close at times." Now the sun, on the other hand, it looks the same. It rises, it sets, and it's at on top of us. It's still hot as shit. It's the same thing. But the moon, on the other hand, is a lot different. The moon I've seen everywhere, like all sorts of angles, all sorts of areas. I think that's kind of weird. Where the sun always sets, always rises and sets in the same place. Because you have like its landmarks where you know where it is, right? And then and then it's like I see the moon, and when the moon looks like a banana, right? When it's in its like quarter phase or whatever. Like it's way up top here on this side. I can see it all the time. It's always over here over that side somewhere. And then sometimes the full moon is over this side, and sometimes the full moon is over that side. So it's weird. But the best is like where when I go in front of my driveway and I can see like the water. When the moon is over the water, like right next to the water, it looks absolutely crazy. Like it lights up everything. So yeah, it's a lot of things that people can debate on whether or not the world is flat, if it's round, or why does the moon appear so close? Why is the sun over here and over there and wherever? How can Australia be in winter and we're in summer? It's crazy. Something's up because people in Canada and some people in the United States, like the temperature drops like 20 degrees. But here in Bermuda, the temperature at night doesn't really drop that much. Like if it's 85, it'll be like maybe 79. It'll drop like maybe 6 or 7 degrees, if that, during the night. Whereas you go to Boston, it could be like 90 degrees during the day and it'll be 70 at night or less, you know? Even in Portugal, when I went out there, it was hot as shit in August, and then at night it was cool, where you needed like a windbreaker, like you needed like a jacket, because it was actually pretty cool. Cool. It wasn't cold, but it was cool enough where you could put a hoodie on. So it was the weirdest shit ever. You need like two different clothes. You need summer clothes for the day and winter at night. Where here in Bermuda, it's not like that. My sister. I'm always gonna do some bullshit, I tell you. Oh boy. What's the matter, Don? You okay? Hmm? Why don't you go to your bed instead of being here on the tile? Hmm? Why don't you go to your bed? You want to go outside and go pee pee? Or you good? Hmm? What's the matter? You're not ready for your bed yet? You rather lay on the tile? Feels nice and cool? Hmm? You okay? What were you dreaming about? Everybody wants to know what you dream about besides food. Hmm? Damn dog. You have a friend here that also plays hang drum? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, cool. I didn't even know what hang drum was, but now I know. I see the thing now. Cool. I had to look it up. I forgot that's what you call it. There's so many different things now. I don't know anybody here who does that. I know a lot of people that use that thing with the bowl and they sounds like a bell and stuff. I don't really do all that type of stuff, but I mean whatever floats these people's boat, whatever they want to do is up to them. Yeah, singing bowls. Yeah, I know a few people here that do it. I know a few people that do it online. I mean, to each their own. But me personally, I don't feel like any of that stuff is necessary. For me, it isn't. But if people like it, that's up to them. Whatever floats their boat. All right, Dan, no problem. Have fun. Yeah, I know people who do the singing bowls. A lot of people who sage all the time, which I also think is unnecessary to sage like every 5 minutes or every reading or something like that. Using Palo Santo is probably like good. Sage, I would, beg to differ because Sage only does certain things. But like Palo Santo is a lot better to me. But using it a lot is unnecessary. Every day is unnecessary. I know, I just think that me personally, I just feel like your belief should override any instrument or gadget or smoke or anything. Like you shouldn't have to feel like you're getting rid of energy because it should be already it should be already dealt with in your mind, and your belief should override it all. So that's like what I tell people a lot. Some people disagree with me. Some people have argued with me, and some people would say that, oh, so what you're saying, I'm dumb. I was like, no, I never said that. All I said is, me personally, my opinion is none of that stuff matters to me. Because if I believe that there is no negative energy, and I believe that I can read you and the energy goes, and then I can read another person right after you without saging or doing anything or using a singing bowl or drums or whatever, then why should I believe to do that makes a difference if I already believe that it doesn't need to be happen because I already believe that it doesn't. So some people like get mad when I say things like that, but I'm not trying to throw shade on them or tell them that they're doing their craft, in a crazy way or they're wasting their time or their energy or their money. I'm just telling them that my belief is so high and so pure that I don't think that I need any of those things. And don't get me wrong, I used to do all of those things. And then when I stopped, I realized that hey, everything's the same. I'm still the same person without all of that extra shit because I felt like, I was doing extra shit for nothing. You know what I mean? So I have sage, I have, Palo Santo, I have oils, I have this, I have that, but I rarely use it unless I feel like I have to use it. And I sometimes I just don't even care about using anything. I just know deep down inside that I don't need it because I my belief in God and spirit is the ultimate power, and they can deal with all the energy, not me, if that makes sense. So, and meditation is another thing. I don't really do meditation at all. If I do meditation, it's because I'm like before I became who I am. Because like I don't really feel like meditation is necessary either. Just be yourself. What are you meditating for? You know. So a lot of people they have different views and different ways to each their own. Everybody's different. I mean, if we were all the same, then it would be boring, right? So, and some people need meditation or they need that singing bowl or they need to do that. the hang drum, or they need to do things to make them feel inferior or more intuitive, or they feel like by doing that it floats their boat. It makes them feel better. It makes them feel like, more in tune to things. So, like I say, to me personally, I don't really need those things. But you, if you want to, God bless you, go for it. But you'll get to the point, hopefully one day, where you'll see that it doesn't even make any sense if you believe. So that's just me personally. That's what I think. As I got older, I realized that hey, I don't even need this shit. I don't need to light a candle. I don't need to sage my home. I don't need to, put Palo Santo all over me. I don't need to, you know, meditate. I don't need to do none of these things. I just believe that everything is okay and it will be. And that's it. Then you have some people who put like crystals all over their cards and all over their desk, and they use those crystals and they think that those crystals are empowering them to do things. So if you believe that, then you're gonna receive that. You know what I mean? So some people need like items or things to make them feel like that it's important to them. Or they have like a statue, or sometimes when I wear my chain with the cross, it makes me feel more powerful because I have that around my neck. And some people would say, "Oh, well, if you wear that, you're doing, it's no point in wearing that because you know you're wearing a dead man on a cross." So some people have said that to me before, but to me, I feel like I do it because it's my way of saying thank you to him for sacrificing his life for us. So then people leave me alone. But some people make a good point where it's like, why wear it? Because it's that symbol or whatever. But that's your view of the symbol. So some people can look at me different because I do that. And some people can say, hey, well, you do it because you feel like it's better for you. So it's all good. Whatever you do, it's up to you. It's just like people who use cards. Some people use cards and they don't use reversals. They don't read reversals, they read upright. Some people use pendulums and no cards. Some people use no cards at all. Some people shuffle the cards aggressively and make a card pop out so they can read somebody. Some people do it like me where they shuffle and they just turn over the cards and read it. You know, some people shuffle 5 times to get their answer. Some people shuffle 10 times. Some people shuffle until the cards come out and take forever, or they shuffle 3 times and then pull 2 cards or 3 cards or 6 cards or 8 cards or get clarifiers. So we're all unique in our own way. Everybody has their methods, but it's good to be different. Psychic stuff and tarot stuff is very interesting because a lot of people they do tea leaf readings, coffee readings. It has people who like illustrate a person, show you who you're dealing with, or have an artistic drawing. I don't know what the heck that's called. And you got remote viewing. There's so many different unique psychic things that people gifts that people have. It's definitely like I don't know if I would call it a profession, but I guess I can. It's a profession where there's multiple gifts and talents and ways to read a person. So I think it's pretty fascinating how people read somebody through a coffee cup, or like tea leaf readings or pendulums, cards, or spiritually, or like mediumship. Yeah, it's cool. I've seen a lot of people do stuff like that. It's pretty cool. A lot of people have amazing gifts. A lot of people can see a lot of things and do a lot of things to get an answer for somebody. So I think it's pretty cool. So Mr. Cool, you say you read. So what exactly like do you do? Do you do like, is it full? Do you do it full time, or like you just do it whenever you have a chance? Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, some might get more than others. Some might get multiple people. Some might get one, two. It depends on the medium too. I've seen mediums that are absolutely amazing, and I've seen some that have a hard time or just say the same shit. They can't really describe the person, but they can hear the person. A lot of mediums have different skills too. You got mediums, like I said, you got mediums like myself where I can hear the person and see the person. I can smell things too. And then you have people like who just hear the person and don't see them. You want to do it full time? Yeah, why not? Go for it. I don't think I want to do it full time quite just yet. I'm still doing it part time, and I like doing it this way. That way I can, have my own life and do and work my business and stuff. But when my business is kind of slow, I'm on here more often. So when you see me on here, that means business is kind of slow. But if you don't see me on here, that means I'm busy. So either way, I have two jobs. So it's nice. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, when you decide to go live and stuff, I'll come over and support you for sure, and I'll bring everybody with me. I'll definitely do that. So just let us know when you go live and put your link in here, and we'll come join you for sure. I know we're on a different time zone, but we'll find a way. Claire Alliance, yeah. There's a lot of Claire everything. I don't know if you've ever heard me talk about Claire. Okay, yeah. Joanna the Best is like a lot of these people on YouTube in their bio. They say they're clairaudient, clairsendent, clairvoyant, Claire this, Claire that. I don't even want to hear about damn Claire. Just tell people you're either psychic or you're not. If you're a tarot reader, you're a tarot reader. If you're a psychic, you're a psychic. If you're a medium, you're a medium. These people go on and on about Claire this and Claire that. Yeah. Yeah, the gift of smell. Yeah, I can smell tons of times. Yeah. Oh, that sucks, mystical. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah. Clairalliance. Clarence. I guess I'm saying it right. I don't know. Clairalliance. Clair, clairance, whatever, clairance, whatever, blah, 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 is a psychic ability to perceive smells that are not physically present in the environment. Scents, odors, clear smelling, can manifest smelling and fragrances, aromas. Yeah, I do smell perfume a lot of times. Okay, how to pronounce it? Ooh, that wasn't even a decent thing. I forget where that thing is where you. 'Cause I always used to. My friend always used to make fun of me when I used to pronounce things. Oh man. Anyway, yeah. There's a lot of clear everything. I used to make fun of that stuff. You've been smelling flowers, but I can't get a fix on who. Usually when we smell flowers, it's usually someone that we know in spirit that loved flowers or loved gardening. That's pretty much who it is. Because my grandmother, she used to plant flowers and have flowers in her house every day. Like she used to plant like sunflowers and all sorts of lilies and stuff. My grandma was like a flower freak. She had flowers everywhere. So I remember my one of my first mediumship readings that I had when I was younger. Um, the lady said to me, "Oh, Mark, I see a lady here with all these flowers, and she looks like this, and this." I was like, "Oh, that's my grandma." She goes, "Oh yeah, she loves flowers. So if you smell flowers sometimes, it's probably her." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I do smell stuff like that from time to time. But when I'm reading on here, when I read somebody, sometimes the scent comes in. I'll smell perfume, I'll smell onions, food, cigarettes, tobacco. Um, One time I did a reading for somebody that had an accident and their face bashed into the windshield and they died. And you know how you get smacked in the face and you smell like blood or you have that bloody smell taste in your mouth? I actually had a bloody taste in my mouth from tapping into that person. That happened like a couple months ago. It felt like my mouth was bloody, but I was like I had that taste and that smell in my mouth from that person. And I was like, this is gross. I don't want to feel that. I don't want to have that taste in my mouth. So that was the first time that I had actually tasted or felt like that taste of blood in my mouth from that. And I was like, ugh. Sometimes like when I first did mediumship on here live, there was sometimes I would do mediumship on here live for everybody to show like that I had the skill and had the gift. And I had random people coming in here and they were asking me about people who had committed suicide. And then there was one person who shot themselves and my head started hurting like crazy. And I'm like, oh my God, like I got a serious headache right now. And I told the person, I said, did this person like get shot in the head, or did they like fall and crack their skull or something? And the person said they took their own life and shot themselves in the head. And I'm like, no wonder. I'm like, fuck, my head is like I had to cut that off. In order for me to read people now, mediumship, I cut all the feelings off because I don't want to feel that, because that distracts me from the reading. So now, because I ask spirit to not give me the feeling so much, which they still do sometimes, right? They give me a smell, or they give me like a taste, or they give me a really good vision of the person so I can describe them properly. But it depends on how the person died. But I actually stopped doing free mediumship readings on here like I used to, because I used to get all sorts of crazy people that wanted to know about a certain person that committed suicide. And I really don't like to read suicidal spirits, because they're like the worst to deal with, because they want to show me how they did it, when they did it. Then they want to sit there and cry and tell the person they're sorry, and I don't have time for that. I mean, I know it's fucked up, but like I couldn't do it anymore, so I had to stop doing like open mediumship readings for people. But I don't mind doing it, like if it's a paid reading and the person really wants to find out. I can handle it now more, and I can handle it more now because I shut off the feelings, and I just tell spirit, look, I want to see the person. I want to describe the person. I want to see where they are. So that way I can like connect with them where they are, or where they used to be, or what they had. I want to see material things. I want to see cars. I want to see houses. I want to see things that they have. I told them that I want to see them, and I want to see the people around them. I want to know where they lived, where they worked, what they did. Give me something significant that I can prove that I have that person on the line, on the channel, like, prove like I can see this person. But spirit can also do whatever they want. They can make me see them when they were 60. I can see them when they were 80. I can see them with hair, without hair. I can see them when they were young. They can show me whatever they want to show me. See, I can't demand to see them in a hospital bed. I can't demand to see them like working, or when they were 10, because you wouldn't know who they were if you didn't know them from that time. So I usually tell them, look, the person that's connected with me, give me something where they're gonna know like who you are and what you look like now. And sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they be like, no, I'm just gonna do whatever I want. Some cooperate and some don't. But sometimes it takes longer than others. Sometimes they give me the runaround. Sometimes they feel like they shouldn't be talking to the person that's asking for them, and sometimes sometimes they can act like how they were in real life. So I've learned with mediumship, I've learned to control it more, because I don't want to be controlled by spirit. I don't want them to take over my body unless I know who they are. Because I there was a woman who used to come in here, and she's passed away now. She passed away from cancer at 38 years old. This August will be 3 years since she passed away. She used to be one of my main clients and my good friends, and she used to get a lot of mediumship readings, and we were very close friends in here. She was in here every day. So when she passed away, the first time, it took like a whole year for her sister to come to me to get a mediumship reading from her, because it felt weird for her and I to do it. But I allowed her to take over my body for a couple minutes to give her sister the message she needed to hear, and to talk to her. And then when I finished, I felt weird, but the sister said, Mark, it felt like she was really talking to me, like through you. It felt weird, but she pretty much talked like how she normally talks through you. And I was like, yeah, it's because I allowed her to like talk through me, and you can do that. Yeah, if you're comfortable with it, a spirit can take over your body for a couple minutes and talk through you and do a transit through you, like channel through you. I've seen it done before through other people, and it's kind of scary and weird, but it can happen. But you have to trust the person. You have to really know who the person is in order to let that happen. So I did it twice in my lifetime, and I was fine afterwards. It didn't affect me. But you can do it if you want. A lot of people do that. I've seen like the lady that there, my friend that taught me how to do a lot of mediumship stuff. Like taught me how to open it up and deal with it. She used to do that, and it freaked me the hell out. I was like, this woman's crazy. And her name was Joanna. She is a good friend of mine. She's an Aquarius like me. And she's probably like 10 years older than me. And I don't see her anywhere no more. But she was amazing. She did just mediumship. She didn't really do no cards. She did mediumship the whole time. And she was live on this website called Aranum. And she was like the most popular psychic on there. And her and I became really good friends. And I used to read for her and she used to read for me. But she was very experienced. And one day she blew everybody's mind on that channel. I couldn't believe it. And you would pop in her room and she'll read you right away. Like spirit will come to her and be like, hey, look, this person here, blah blah blah. She'll just start reading you. And she can't even help it because like the spirit is just connecting with her. And she was amazing. She's probably retired now because she made a lot of money in her lifetime. I know she did. I wish I knew where she was and how she's doing. I miss her. I wish that she would do a live with me so I can, introduce her to you guys. She was probably the best psychic I knew. I learned a lot from her, but I didn't want to do all that type of crazy shit. She did a lot of crazy, like, to me it was crazy shit at the time. But she controlled spirit. She was very good at it. But I remember one time this person said, "Look, I have to I want to allow this spirit to come through me and talk to you." And like the person just started saying, people in the chat room were like, "What the fuck am I witnessing?" It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like where the person took over her body and she even looked different, she talked different, and her like everything like you could see that the spirit took over her whole body. And then when she was finished, she just closed her eyes and then it all went away and she was back to normal. And she starts laughing like nothing ever happened. And I was like, this is some fucking crazy shit. But the person she's reading, like was reading for, they were in tears. They couldn't believe it. They were like, they couldn't believe what happened. And she did it a few times, so I knew it weren't bullshit. Like I knew it weren't like a scam or an act. And people would take her private right afterwards and like stuff like that. She was amazing. But yeah, God bless her wherever she is. When I saw you in my room one day, Joanna, I clicked on your picture. I said, "Oh no, that's not her." Shit, I thought it was Joanna coming to see me. But it's all good though. I actually thought it was her for a minute. I was like, "Oh shit, Joanna's come to finally see me." Yeah, it's amazing what these psychics do. Like a lot of people have some amazing gifts. Absolutely amazing gifts. I admire a lot of psychics. Like a lot of people admire me, but I tell people I'm nothing compared to a lot of these people. Trust me, there's a lot of people that do a lot more than I do. I mean, I can do a lot more if I want to too, but I just choose to do what I just do. I feel like what I do is sufficient enough. I don't really want to go too deep. But if I have to, I do if I have to, but majority of the time I won't. I like doing what I do now. I'm happy with that. I'm good. Yeah, I know some good tarot readers. I know some good psychics. I know a lot of people that come in here are very good too, but they just need to show their skills, you know. A lot of people have a gift, but they just don't use it. They just don't want to, or they feel like they might doubt their gift, or they just don't want to be wrong, or maybe they're not comfortable in front of a camera or things like that. You know, a lot of people have their differences, but I always like to encourage everybody, if you know deep down inside that you're, when you read people and you're right and you're good and you have a gift and you know if you can improve on it and make it better, then hey, go for it. The main thing you have to understand is you're never going to read every single person that you deal with. So you might be wrong, you might be right, and you might be wrong with somebody all the time, or you might be absolutely perfect with someone else. You're not meant to be like a person who reads every single person in your life. You're never going to be 100% perfect or right. So remember that if you, the only way you're wrong is if you're reading the situation wrong or you say the wrong thing. But if it is wrong, remember, Spirit gave you the answer. So Spirit didn't want that person to know the answer because one, they probably didn't deserve the truth because of what they're doing. Two, that person doesn't even care about Spirit or God anyway. So usually when people don't get readings done, when it doesn't happen, it's because Spirit just doesn't want to give you that information. So even though you're wrong for relating the information, you're gonna get blamed. But technically, it's like it depends on how you are. You know, if you're doing it on purpose, then obviously you know you're wrong, or you just don't know how to read the cards. But you know, if you're really good and you're wrong, it's because Spirit didn't want to give you the answer. They're gonna tell you the wrong answer on purpose. And I tell a lot of people a lot of times that if you keep getting the wrong answer, it's because you're doing something wrong. And they're like, "What do you mean? What did I do?" Ask yourself that, not me. Are you doing the right thing? Are you being a good person? Or are you like, do you really care about God and Spirit? And are you really being really good in your life right now? Are you being a bitch? Are you being a liar? Are you cheating? Are you being like a bad person? You know, are you praying? Are you not? Do you even give a shit about yourself? You got to ask yourself those things. That's probably why you're not getting the answer. Yeah, and some things are hidden. Yeah. Some things just ain't gonna be told. Doesn't matter who you go to. One of the main things that I ask every psychic that I go to in the past. I don't really get readings no more. If I do, it's like a swap with someone, or if I want to know something or whatever. The only thing that a psychic told me that was true was my business and my work and career. That was always pretty much spot on. But my love life has never been predicted properly. No one has predicted my love life to a T. No one. Because it's not meant to be told. It's just the way it is. I don't care how good you think you are, it just ain't gonna work. Because I'm not even gonna try or get somebody to try because I just don't even ask. I just say whatever happens, happens. I don't care. Because I'm not going to put myself through that again. You know, but that's just the way it is. Exactly, Joanna. Yeah, it's up to. I can tell you, you're gonna do this, this, and this is gonna happen. But you might say, no, hell no, I'm not doing that. Exactly. Yeah. Well, I preach that all the time, but some people say, oh no, it doesn't work that way, and I'm like, yes, it does. I can prove it because I read for people all the time, and sometimes they'll say, hey, it didn't happen, but I know why, Mark, because I did this and I did that. And I was like, well, at least you admit it. So whatever. It's not my problem. I can't change what you do. And I always tell people, that I can't guarantee you anything. Now, if you come in here and tell me, hey, Mark, you told me yesterday that my boyfriend was gonna visit me and he might have a gift for me, you are right. You're the best. I love you. But if he didn't, then you're gonna be like, oh well, he said he was sick, so he'll see me tomorrow. So I don't if I didn't see him getting sick in the cards, he could have just got sick by eating some bullshit at lunch right after I read for you. Did you ever think about that? No, well that's what happened. Because right after I read for you, it can change literally the next 5 minutes. The next 10 minutes, the next 20 minutes, or the next 24 hours can change where that reading no longer exists. Because you're reading what you read is the present energy. But you sometimes you can't read the future because the future is not really set in stone, or that person has free will to change what you told them. I can tell you, you and Bob are gonna go out on a date. Oh yeah, he asked me on a date. I said, yeah, you're gonna go and you're gonna have a great time. And then you go with him, you have a great time, and in the end, he tries to have sex with you, and you're like, oh shit, this guy's an asshole. He tried to fuck me last night, on the date. I didn't. You said I had a good time. I did right up until that. See, because he thought that you were, it changed, you know. Or if you wanted some sex, then you could, and you had sex. You were like, yeah, Mark, you were right. I had a great time. I even got some sex right after it. So you were spot on. I wasn't expecting that, but that's what you said. You said I was gonna have a great time, you know. So it fluctuates. It everything can change. That's why a lot of people put up on their bio for entertainment purposes only because you're covering your ass. Because you can change. I can tell you that something, and you can change the whole scenario. You can change the whole thing. Or when you're asking about someone else, you can only ask the current energy, but that person can change. That person can see. What I explain to a lot of people is when you ask about someone else, you have to realize that that person that you're asking about has people they attend to. So one of those people that they attend to might have a problem and be a cause of that person not dealing with you in the way I originally told you. And they're like, yeah, I never thought about that. I'm like, yeah. So for instance, if I tell you that you're gonna go out, you're gonna go to a party tonight, with your friend, and then your friend's daughter gets sick at the last minute, and you don't want to leave her because that's your daughter. So you say, hey, look, I gotta cancel it. My daughter's sick. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go by herself. But I told you you and your friend's gonna go. But the cards ain't gonna say that they're not gonna go because at the last minute his daughter got sick. Tarot ain't gonna tell you that. But that happened at the last minute. So whatever current and present energy you read can be changed within a couple hours because of other people. People's other people. That's why when you ask about someone, you're kind of invading their energy in a way. When people ask me, how does this person feel about me? Some people don't want to hear the truth about their feelings. And feelings can only be. See, the thing is, when cards pop up, when you ask about feelings, that's the most difficult thing to deal with sometimes. Because if that person ain't even feeling anything about you currently or presently when I pull those cards, then no feelings will show up. And I sometimes I have to break people's hearts and tell them, look, this person don't give a fuck about you, to be honest. I don't know what you think, but I don't get no feelings here. There is none, no feelings. I got no tarot cards that signify feelings around here. So sorry, but not sorry. And this is just the way it is. You got to deal with it. What's the matter, baby? You okay? Yeah. Okay. She's gonna go to her bed now. So a lot of people, their main question is feelings. But if you pull certain cards don't even talk about feelings. So when I get cards that don't relate to feelings, that means that person don't really have no feelings for you like that, where they just don't really care. Some people are that delusional where they think somebody has feelings for them, or they actually think about you every day, all night. But that's the most popular question is how somebody feels about you. Now, sometimes the cards will come out with all feelings in it. So that way I can relate to, yes, okay, this person does feel this way, that way, and whatever. But when you get cards with no feelings, that means there is none. You just got to get over it. I think a lot of people dwell too much on how a person thinks about you or feels about you. And usually, when they're not showing you any feelings or showing you any emotions, then there is none. But some people can't accept that. Oh, don't tell me. I know they feel for me. I know they love me because they liked my picture. So they do feel for me. Okay. So if somebody likes your picture on Instagram, they feel for you. Okay. If that's the case, a lot of people feel for a lot of people. If you think that, you're delusional. I had somebody tell me that one time. Oh, they like my picture, so they gotta feel something for me. I'm like, no, it's just the way it is. It's the algorithm. People like people's pictures all the time. I like my team pictures, and I like my teams when they post up something that's a guy with a trophy. I don't have feelings for him because I like the trophy. I just, like the picture because I'm happy for him that he won a trophy. Yeah. So a lot of people are crazy. They just think all these magical things, and they think all these delusional thoughts that somebody actually gives a shit about them like that. I believe that feelings are shown and actions are meant to show feelings and distribute feelings. Feelings is something that has to be in an energy way. The only way you can feel for somebody is you're energetically connected. Like you see the person, you talk to the person, and you talk to them every day. So there can be feelings involved. Now, if you're not talking to that person or you don't see that person for a while, that person is probably not feeling anything for you. It's diminishing. Trust me. But when I say that, God forbid I say that, they get mad at me. I'm going to another psychic because you don't have feelings for me either. I'm like, all right, you keep thinking that, then you'll get the wrong answers. Not my problem. You can't live with yourself, and then they don't blame me. There's no way on hell that I'm gonna go to a psychic right now and say, does my ex still love me or does my ex think about me? I would never ask that question in a million years. Because one, I don't give a shit if she feels about me. I don't give a shit what she's doing. And if I did, I'd be with her still. And I don't care if she feels for me because I don't feel nothing for her. And if she goes to a psychic and asks a psychic, does Mark still feel for me or think about me? And that psychic is going to say, hell no. And if that psychic tells her yes, she's lying. And that's the bottom line right there. But see, people just see when a woman reader reads for another woman about a man, right? she's trying not to make that woman feel bad, or she wants to make that woman feel like, oh yeah, he's thinking about you because you're a woman and you have, you I'm not going to tell you no because I want you to get readings from me. I'm going to keep feeding you this information because I need to make money off of you because you're hung up over your ex, or you're hung over about a guy feeling for you. Oh, but we don't speak to each other. Oh, that's okay, but he knows who you are and he feels for you. All right, there, sweetheart. You keep thinking that. And I've watched psychics con people into believing that these people have feelings for him. And then about 2 weeks later, oh, I don't think he feels for me. I think you're wrong because he's in a picture with another woman. Oh, no, that's not his woman. That's his sister. Oh, no, no, that's not his sister. I knew his sister. Oh, no, that's his long lost sister. And, they find each other on Ancestry.com. All right, there, sweetheart. Whatever you say. And now you have the girlfriend filter, where I can stand here and I can get a filter where the woman comes over to me and gives me a kiss, and everybody would think she's my girlfriend. So if I did that online right now, everybody's like, "Oh, Mark's got a girlfriend." Wait a minute, it's the girlfriend filter. Ah, shit. You got AI stuff right now making everybody believe all sorts of shit. And if you're that dumb, you'll believe everything you see. World's gone crazy. I was on TikTok and I saw the girlfriend filter, and I laughed so much. It's the same girl, like in different clothes, right? And it's the same chick, and it's like different guys. And then the guy was like, "Hey," and the girl comes over to him and gives him a kiss or gives him a hug or something. And then one of the one of the girls had four fingers, right? So when he was like, she was like this, right? And then I never noticed it, right? And then the guy goes, "Oh yeah, I guess AI fucked up because the girl only has four fingers. She should have five, right?" And the other guy goes, "How the hell did you see that? I didn't even notice." He goes, "Why are you hating on this girl because she only has four fingers?" And I didn't even notice it until the guy said it. Because you're looking at the girl like you're not looking at her hands, right? But that just should show you like they fucked up on the thing. It was the funniest shit ever. Honestly, I laugh so much watching these videos and what these people do. It's just too funny. But you can tell like it's fake. Oh boy, it's not easy. Internet's going wild. People have gone crazy. So next thing you know, somebody's gonna come in here that's not too smart. Hopefully not. And they're gonna say, "Oh, Mark, you told me that this guy that my ex doesn't have a girlfriend, but I saw, him and this woman. He was on there, and then the woman came up and hugged him and kissed him, and then like he shut the video off." I'm like, "No, sweetheart, that's the girlfriend filter. Everybody's got it." You sure? I'm like, "Yeah, it's not his girlfriend. It's just a fake AI thing." No, but you sure? Check the cards. Check the cards. Ask the cards if it's a real woman or AI, because it has to be. I know he has a girlfriend. Can you imagine having people like ask you that shit? Mark, can you check if it's AI or a real girl? I'm like, it says it's AI. You sure? Yep. Okay. But it looks so real though. Check her fingers. That's gonna be the next question in the next couple months. I guarantee it. I saw my ex with a woman on Facebook. Is it AI or is it real? Is it real or AI? Did he do it on purpose to piss me off? Yep. Yep, it's AI. Yep, it's a filter, Snapchat. Yep. Are you sure? Yep. Is it a girl with long brown hair and four fingers? Yeah. Well, how did you know? Yeah, she's on every filter. I really hope to God nobody comes in there and asks me that shit. I really do. I really hope to God nobody does. Because I'm going to probably laugh so much. I'm telling you, Mystical, it's see what you got to look forward to. When I saw that shit today, I was laughing. I said, "Oh God, everybody's gonna be mad," because a lot of people they believe those things. See, they believe that stuff because AI looks so real, right? That it actually looks like it could be definitely a real woman like coming up to you and stuff. It looks very real though, but you could tell like it's fake. Like I can tell it's fake. But whoever did that filter, they're gonna get in trouble. They're gonna get a lot of people in trouble. I'm telling you, Joanna, it is definitely. It's actually pretty funny. I actually like watching AI stuff now, and I always said that I wasn't gonna watch it. But like they have the Bigfoot series now, where Bigfoot interacts with humans and stuff, and he's talking, and he's like, it's all AI bullshit, right? And it's like it's the Bigfoot and Yeti, and it's like they're, obviously they're like myths, right? But they're real in the thing, and then they show them as gangsters with chains, and then they show them in the woods, like doing videos to teach people things. It's like the most hilarious shit ever. I've been laughing so much like at those videos because it's so funny. And now they have the damn AI filter with the guy with the girlfriend filter. It's so hilarious. I'm gonna ask my nephews if they can do that for me. I need to find out if I can get it done. I don't know where to do it, but I'm gonna ask my nephews to do it for me, and then I'm gonna post it up. I'm gonna be like, "This is my new AI girlfriend." Hey Maria, I'm doing good. How are you? My day was good. I got a lot done. I was a good boy today. I'm gonna talk to my nephew tomorrow and see if he can do the girlfriend filter for me. And we so we can have some fun. And they're gonna laugh. This one guy, he got all dressed up and everything and made it look like official. And in the comments, the guy goes, "This dude got dressed up and everything and had the biggest smile on his face. He definitely wants to make somebody jealous." Oh man. I'm a funny guy. I like to crack a lot of jokes and make fun of shit. And I like laughing all day. But when I see funny shit, I appreciate it. Like I think that this AI stuff and these filters are the funniest things in the world. And I'm here like cracking up. I've laughed so much lately that when I laughed, other people are laughing with me because it's so funny. My nephews and I laugh about that stuff all the time. And we send each other videos on TikTok about all that stuff. Oh man. I thought AI was gonna be something that I would hate, but I actually love it. It's actually hilarious. The funny stuff at least. There's some disgusting things on there and bad things. Obviously, there's good and bad and everything. Because there's some AI videos that are very like, vulgar and stupid and shouldn't be on there, but I just scroll past it when I see it. I always go straight to the funny shit. There's so much funny stuff out there. I just have to laugh. Maria, why you can't leave me alone for 24 hours again? Why you gotta ask me every damn day? What I tell you about that shit? Maria said, I don't give a fuck, Mark. Just read me and shut up. Mm. I don't know what I'm gonna do with you, woman. Mm. Sometimes I think you're AI. You know. Sometimes I think you and Walter are AI, and you just come ask me every day to see if your AI stuff is gonna be again tomorrow. Yeah, it's definitely funny shit. It makes my day, to be honest. All the AI stuff, it's so hilarious. Some of it's funny, obviously, but some of it's kind of, rude and shit. I don't look at this. I look at all the funny shit. All right, I got your donation. Let me see what you wrote here. Oh, a nice little sentence. Shit, that's a miracle. She just wrote one sentence, guys. She didn't write a paragraph. It's a miracle. Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, what was that from again? It was some magazine or something where they used to say in a commercial, inquiring minds want to know. That's Maria. All right, so can you hear me and see me now so I can do your reading? I don't want to do your reading. You'd be like, what did you say? No. Oh my God, I gotta rewind. It's AI. I'm on AI mode right now. This is fake. Okay? This is AI right now. I switched. So your reading is going to be done in AI right now. Look. Click. All right. So what I'm getting here in general is that you're going to see Walter next week. But next week is going to be kind of difficult for him and his son because I get a man and a boy. So him and his son are going to have some difficulties, and then it might affect your relationship with you. He might be coming and tell you that him and his son are not doing too good, or something happened to his son. Hopefully not. But he's looking forward to his new job, the school. He's looking forward to this new adventure. He feels still kind of like, off and on about it. But how he looks at you is he thinks that you're very patient with him. He thinks that you're always trying to bring him and you together, and he feels like you and him are a great combination. You're a good influence to him. You make adjustments to make things good for him. Um, he thinks that you and him are compatible and you're a great combination. But he thinks that also, like, because you guys are together, he likes the time that he has with you, but he also like has to tell you about some things that goes on in his life. Hey Mikey, how you doing, bro? Yeah, so far so good. So yeah, Maria. Yeah, I mean, like, you know what I mean. It's gonna affect your relationship as far as him wanting to see you and talk about you and him. He might be talking about his son. So affect, the relationship as far as conversation and talking, but not obviously not, he's not gonna break up with you because of his son. Come on now. So, but as far as you and him, it's fine. I got, you as the temperance. So he always feels you always have time for him and you're patient with him. But I got him and his son reversed here. So he's going to have a problem with his son this week. So him and his son might be arguing, or they might be talking to each other and having like problems. But then I get you and him are perfectly fine. But see, usually I'll see like he's every damn week he has an issue. Last week was his job, the interview, him being nervous, him going away, And this week coming, him and his son are probably gonna have problems. So he might come to you and say, "Hey, Maria, look, I'm sad because me and my son, we had a falling out, or we had like something happen, or blah 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 blah." But you and him, no problem. Him and his job, he's gonna tell you about his job, how nice it is, how good he feels going to his new job, how he feels about your support to him, things like that. So it looks good. It's just that he might have some issues. But you have a son, or you have a son and a daughter? Because this also could pertain to you too. So if you have a son, I can't remember if you do or not. But if you have a son, like maybe your son might not want to see his dad. Okay, so maybe your son might be a little fidgety and be like, I don't want to see my daddy. I don't want him. Yeah, he da, 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 da. So you might be kind of irritated with your baby daddy when he comes to see your son. Your son might be like, I don't want to see this guy, or he might be fidgety or act up or whatever, and he might cause like an issue. So it could be that too. But I think it's Walter. It's not you. It's not your baby daddy. But it could be. Okay, well then it's definitely Walter then. Okay, good. Yeah, see, he stopped after 2 visits. What a great dad, jackass. That's so sad. I don't know how a person doesn't want to see their kids. Like, who do here I am, no kids, wish I did have kids. I have 6 nephews and I love them to death. And when they were like small, I was always with them. I always wanted to see them. I always wanted to kiss and hug them and play with them and teach them things. Even now, I teach them to do like grown up things and cook and how to do this, how to do that, how to ride a bike, how to do that. I've always taught my nephews like I was their dad. I don't know how a person don't want to see their children. That's fucking disgusting. People like that should go straight to hell. Seriously. I'm sorry, but I get mad hearing things like that. That's anything that truly pisses me off. But you know what? I admire you as a mother. And for all mothers who take care of their children, or to all fathers who take care of their children and you have a deadbeat baby mom or reverse, I admire you guys and love you and hope God gives you strength to deal with your children. But for those who don't take care of their kids, fuck you. I hope you go to hell. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that's okay. I know you are because you're with your kids. You actually care about them. And when they're young, they know. Even though they're young, they know what's happening. They see the only person that matters to them. And it's sad though, because I know so many people like that. It's so sad. I feel for my aunties and uncles. I had 6 aunties and uncles that didn't have kids, and they wanted kids so bad. And my mom had 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls, and my auntie had twins, a girl and a boy, and 3 boys and 3 more boys, and lost a child. So she could have had 6, but she ended up having 5. And their siblings, which is my aunts and uncles, who wanted them to like adopt their children. They was like, no, no, no. Like my auntie wanted to adopt me when I was born because my mom already had 2 kids. And my mom was like, hell no, I'm not giving you Mark. No, no. You could be their godparents and see them every time you want, but I'm not giving you my child. Hell no. Which I wouldn't have mind because I knew that, like I said, I was still like, their son indirectly anyway. I was their favorite nephew and they were my godparents and I treated them like my parents. So it's different, but People who have kids don't deserve them sometimes, and people who don't have kids, they deserve them, but they don't have them. It's fucked up, but it's life. It's just the way it is. But you can still love your nieces and nephews. Hey, Marty, how you doing? Well, that's good. I hope he goes. Yeah, I know. I know. That's why I give you the benefit of the doubt. Did I see the American news? I saw something about um, the war and all that shit. About how all the war stuff. I don't know if it's that's what you're talking about. Yeah, U.S. bombs Iran. Yeah, it says U.S. bombs Iran. Great. Well, for for a person who always wants peace, it's sad that he is putting himself you know in a war situation now. It sucks. I hate war and I hate that shit. But America at war, great. Well, I don't know what to say and I don't know what to think. I really don't. I don't. I don't. I'm totally against war. I'm totally against all that shit. But it's life. Yeah. Well, one thing I can say is the last time Trump went to war in his first thing, he took care of business. Though I ain't gonna lie. He dealt with all that shit. He he did what he had to do. At the end of the day, sometimes you have to fight with your allies to get rid of the bad people. Yep. Well, unfortunately, war is never going to stop. There's always going to be a war. There's always going to be killing and shooting and bombing and bullshit. It's just the way life is. I hope it ends soon and I hope it doesn't last too long. You know. Hey, lovely, how you doing? Well, I'm not scared that it's gonna if it happens because at the end of the day, you know, I know God will protect us and God's gonna make everything better. But sometimes wars need to happen in order to get things straight. You gotta fight off the bad people. If Iran's doing bad shit, then they have to be dealt with. There's a lot of bad people in the world. They gotta get dealt with. And sometimes the only way they have to get dealt with is in a war type of way, which I don't agree with. But what are you gonna do? It's messed up. That's why I'm glad I live where I live. I live in Bermuda. We're a small little island, and ain't nobody warring with us. We're good. Nobody cares about us. We don't even have a military anymore. We don't even have firefighters or anything. One bomb will blow us the fuck up. We'll be gone. But I ain't worried about it. I'm good. I just, I just feel bad for the people, the innocent people that die. I don't really like watching the war shit anyway, you know? It's kind of discouraging to watch. I don't like to hear about it or see it. But it's definitely a part of life. You know, there's been wars forever. It's sad. I also saw the news today in Brazil. There was a hot air balloon that caught on fire and it fell all the way to the ground and people died. And I'm like, that's why I don't go in none of those things. Hell no. I don't like heights anyway, but I didn't even know air balloons were still a thing. I ain't seeing none. Well, I'll just say this. It doesn't matter what year, what day, what month. Every year there's something going on. You know, a couple years ago it was COVID. Everybody was at war with COVID. COVID this, COVID that. Now nobody talks about COVID no more. Then it was the vaccine. Now everybody says that the vaccine is making people get blood clots. People been getting blood clots for years. So how do you explain that? Where they took the vaccine 10, 20 years ago? Like people don't know what to say. They're always trying to make a negative thing into a more negative thing. Like people die every day. So it's not because of COVID, it's because of people's health. And people die because they're gonna die. People have heart attacks, people have cancer, you know, it's life. People die every day and people are born every day. Every year there's some bullshit, you know? This year is another year with protests, people going crazy. And the people that are protesting are a bunch of bird brain dummies because when Obama was in power and all you Democrats never said nothing when he deported millions and millions of people. That was his first speech. He says he was going to close the border and he was going to send back everybody to their home. But because Trump does it, it's different now. So what? You didn't hear Obama say it a couple years ago when he did it? So now you have a problem with it. You people don't make no damn sense. That's why there's so much war in the world because people they vote for somebody, the person does stuff for them, they praise it. But when you lose the vote to somebody you hate and they do the same thing that your president did, it's not right. So people don't make no sense. People are not making no sense whatsoever. And then you want to tear the ass out of everything and make all these lies and say all this bullshit that don't exist. So you're gonna let people commit crimes and it's okay. That's what you're basically saying. So people can come to your country and commit crimes, come in illegally, and you're okay with that. No, no, tell these people don't put them back on. No. And then when you don't have a job in the morning because these people took it, oh, it's Trump's fault. There's some delusional ass people in this world. Let me tell you, all fucking delusional people. So if one person does it, it's okay, but if another person does it, it's not okay. Hey, Rudy, how you doing? So a lot of people are just like they just they act like this never happened before. You know. Let me tell you, lovely. I say it every day. Half the world is dumb, and half the world is smart. But now I kind of think that there's 70% dumb people and 30% smart people. I'm starting to really believe that now. The percentage is gone whack, especially in America and a lot of other places in the world. But America alone has the most dumb people I've ever seen in my life. And I love Americans and I have a lot of American friends and they're perfectly fine. But there's a lot of Americans that are completely fucking delusional. And it's sad. Okay, Maria, good night, sweetheart. Take care. If anybody has said it for years, it's me. There's a lot of dumb people in this world, and it's sad. And I don't know where they got their brain from, or even if there's any brain in there. You know how people say, like, I was born this way, or I was born to do this. You were born dumb too. If you want to be born this and that, then you're born dumb too. You must have came out of that coochie head first and dropped on the ground. That's why you're dumb. People have no damn brains. They really don't. And I can't even blame the vaccine or COVID because people were dumb before that. So I can't even blame nothing. People are just dumb, period. And when I turn on that TV and I see these people barking and meowing and identifying as a zebra and a goat and a cow and a cat, and it's only in America I see that dumbass shit. That's why I don't want to go to America no time soon. You ain't gonna come around me barking and meowing and shouting. I'll knock your ass the fuck out. Get the fuck away from me. I don't care what you identify as. Get the hell away from me. I mean, fucking come around me. You identify as no damn. If you say the word identify around me, I'm gonna walk away from you before I knock your ass out. In Bermuda, ain't nobody do that. Where I'm from here, Bermuda, nobody does that dumb shit because you'll get slapped quick. You'll be identifying as knocked out. You'll be identified as dead or beat up in the hospital. That's where you're going to be identified. They're going to need to identify your face and your body by somebody after we're finished with you. Because we don't tolerate that bullshit in Bermuda. We don't tolerate it at all. If anybody came to school talking about you identify as a cat, you get your ass beat. I'm telling you, I see that shit on TV. I don't know what people like. I don't know what goes through these people's minds. And then I saw this woman, she had like a 2 year old baby, a baby boy. And she's like, "Hi everybody, look at my baby boy. He was born gay." And I'm like, "Say that again? Your baby's born gay. So your baby doesn't even know what gay is, and your baby is gay already at 2 years old. I think you need your temperature taken, sweetheart. How the fuck can your 2 year old baby be gay if he doesn't even know what sex is, what gay is, what straight is? He only knows milk and fucking formula and a beaky and fucking a pacifier, and he knows to go to fuck sleep. That's the only thing he knows. Yeah? So please stop with the bullshit, sweetheart. The fuck you talking about? I was shaking my head the other day when I saw that video. I was like, oh my god. These people are delusional as hell. You definitely got something wrong with you. And God gives these people kids. I can't even blame God because God gave everybody free will to be dumb. It is nuts. When I saw that shit, I had to look at it twice. I'm like, this woman did not just say this shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna feel like slapping the shit out of this woman if I ever saw her. Meanwhile, you were breastfeeding him, but he's gay. Okay, sweetheart. Please, Jesus, help these people. I know you can, but please just keep them away from me. I can't take these people anymore. I really can't. The world's going fucking nuts. But I'm so glad I live here. I ain't gonna lie. Bermuda don't tolerate none of that bullshit. If you think If you think you're gonna walk down the street and you're a guy and you want to be a woman in Bermuda, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna get dissed. You might get threatened, and you might even get beat up. You do that shit around here, it's not gonna end well for you. I tell you that right now. You can do it, but you ain't gonna get away with it too much long. You won't even want to come outside. I tell you that right now. You won't go nowhere in public. You be going to private parties where other people are doing that shit, but you won't be going through town doing that shit. Not with no people, not with no gangsters around, and no people that hate that shit. No, hell no. You be lucky to go. You come out of your house and go into the city looking like that without getting slapped or getting fucked off. Because people here, we don't tolerate none of that bullshit. It ain't happening. We want to stay normal here. But there is some people. I saw a guy walking through town with a purse, and he was definitely a man, and he had a purse on, and he was walking like with these looked like high heels, but it wasn't. But it was like definitely women's shoes, like with the like the little the bigger soles. A guy don't wear that stuff. He was going around walking around town. And he was walking fast because he must have got threatened a few times. People don't tolerate that shit here. And you could tell he weren't local. He was from away. So he must have came off the boat or something, or he must have been a tourist thinking that he can do that shit around here. Uh-uh. We ain't dealing with that shit around here, bro. It ain't happening. You're a man, you better stay one. If you're a woman, you better stay one. Especially in Bermuda. We don't deal with that shit. You can go to your little private parties and do whatever you want. But don't bring that shit out in public in front of kids and shit. We're totally against that. Here, ain't no toleration for that bullshit. No, 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 no. I was born and raised to never, ever believe that that's right. And you know it's not right. It's not fucking happening around here. That's why I love Bermuda, because we don't tolerate that bullshit. The other day, there was a guy with purple hair, and he was getting coffee, and people were literally laughing in his face and looking at him. He took off. He knew he wasn't welcome. Because they was like, what the fuck you doing with purple hair, bro? You fucking mental or something? Don't come around here and get no damn coffee ever again. I heard this guy say to him, don't come around here no more with that fucking hair. And he took off. He took that coffee and he didn't even put no milk and sugar in it. He just put the top on and he took off to that cash register. I watched him. I said, yeah, you want to come around here looking like some fucking idiot? You're going to get treated like one. We're going to make you feel very uncomfortable because that shit don't play around here. No, no. You better bring your coffee from home and drink it and be a nice boy with your purple hair. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want. But here, you can't really you can do it, but you're gonna get bashed. So I don't recommend anybody that does these things come to Bermuda because they'll make you feel very uncomfortable. Hey Tanya, I had to read that twice. You said your phone got wet, so it's not working 100%. Oh man, I'm glad you're okay. We're doing good. Yeah, that's all you gotta do is put it in the rice. It should be fine. You know what else you can do is put the hair dryer on it. You can use the hair dryer too. If you have a hair dryer, just blow it into the actual ports and it'll dry it up. Don't stick it on there, but just like hold it back and you can dry it like that too. Like put it on low heat. Yeah, you should be fine. If you need a new phone, we'll start a GoFundMe uh phone a GoFundMe phone new phone for Tanya. I'll donate. We'll hook you up. We'll get you a nice phone. Well, if your phone's still under warranty, you might be able to get another one. Well, hopefully it'll be all right. As long as the whole phone didn't go in the water, then you should be okay. If it partially went in there, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, you can. If does it have a SIM card? I told you already. You should have put that on a USB stick. You don't listen to me, woman. You're supposed to hook your phone up to a laptop, put everything on the laptop, right? And then you put it on a USB stick so you'll always have it. I know nobody listens to me. I just talk to hear myself all day. Yes, I know, Tanya. That's why I'm trying to make you laugh because I know it is painful. I know. I understand. I know. Yeah, I know. I know. All day, every day. Hmm. It's okay though. I think I like to hear my voice all day, to be honest. That's why I come on. I've been on here for 3 hours. It don't even seem like I've been on here for 3 hours, but I have. I've been on here for 3 hours exactly, and I was waiting for you all this time. See, Dan was in here, and he says, "Where's Marley? And where's Tanya?" And I said, "I haven't seen him." He goes, "Okay, well, I'm heading out. I'm gonna go watch Indiana Jones with Mama." So he's watching Indiana Jones with Mama. He says he's okay. Everything's cool. He was in here for a little while, and he asked about you guys, and then here you are, and he's gone. We went to see Leo and Stitch at the movies, so I'm sure that must have been funny. I saw the previews for that. Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, I used to be on here a lot longer than 3 hours back in the day. I used to be on here for like four. My longest live was like 5 hours. I think something like that. 5 hours, my longest live. I was in here talking mad shit and reading everybody. But yeah, Dan asked for you guys. Ann was in here earlier as well. Yeah, I think I remember that. The time that I was on here for like 4 or 5 hours, I did mediumship that time. On Sun, I was just telling Joanna and Mystical about it just a while ago. That I used to do like free mediumship on Sundays, and one of the videos lasted like 5 hours because I did 20 mediumship readings for free. on one Sunday because I wanted to help everybody that day. And I was like, I ain't got nothing to do. I'll be here all night. I think I got up to go pee once, and that was it. Yep, that was a while ago though. That was like 3 or 4 years ago. I did it. Like my first 2 years, that's when I did a lot of free stuff for hours and hours and hours. I just wanted to help everybody. But that it used to drain the shit out of me. But it was fun. It was like serious Sundays. I was very serious on those days. I wanted to like make sure I helped everyone. But the readings took a long time, see. It's like average of half an hour each person. Yeah. I watched Tanya yesterday on her live. I heard you, but it was very, very low. Then I met Tanya's mom was in the chat, which I thought was pretty cool. And there was a few people in there. Annie was in there. Can't remember who else was in there, but yeah, it was cool. I like when you guys go live. I get to hang out with you guys. That's why I've been on here for 3 hours because no one else is going live. Everybody's bullshitting. Everybody's like, yeah, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm a psychic on Saturdays and blah 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 blah. And nobody does shit. But yet, Marky's here every damn day. God forbid I were in here. I be getting message, Mark, where are you? Everybody else is bullshitting. Nobody wants to go live. Oh, here he is. I was just telling everybody that you were asking for him. Well, we love it, you know. Yeah, that sucks, Marley. You might have to like shut your phone down and turn it back on, and then shut your computer. No, you might even have to log out of YouTube completely and come back. Like you know how you go on your channel and it says like log out. Make sure you know your password to come back on, and then log out of YouTube. Do an update, shut your shit down, and then come back on and like do it all over. Yeah. Yeah, you might not have to delete the app, but you might have to like log out. Like cause we're always logged in, right? So if you log out of YouTube, shut your phone down, turn it back on, and then log in, and then it should work. Because it resets everything. Yeah, that might work. I mean, if you still want me to message you to tell you that I'm live, I will. Just let me know and I will. That's not a problem. I don't want you to think that, I'm messaging you every fucking day. Just, I'm live. You be like, yeah, whatever, bro. I'm doing something. But I thought you were getting the notifications. I thought you started getting them. But that's all right, Tanya. Next time you'll be fine. Nah, I mean, I don't get tired of sending a message. If you want me to, I will, for sure. I'll do it for everybody, you know? If anybody says, I'm not getting notifications, please, notify me before you go live. I'll do it. I have no problem with that. It's just sometimes I think like, I might be, you know, like bothering the person saying, yeah, I'm going live. You be like, oh, cool, Mark's going live. All right, whatever. Honestly, I get some people's notifications, but not everyone. I got your notification yesterday because I was already live. I was live, and then I see a notification, Miss Bikini's live. I'm like, oh shit, Miss Bikini's live. And then I told Dan, I said, Dan, Tanya's live right now. All right, no problem, Marty. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go see what she's doing. And then I went over there and saw you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, she's here. Yeah, see? It's like that. I got your notification. But sometimes I don't get notifications. The last time Anne went live, I didn't get her notification. I didn't even know she was live until I went on YouTube and saw her. It said was live 13 minutes ago. I'm like, what the fuck? I never got no notification. So some channels you get it and some channels you don't. Yeah, there you go. That's all. Yeah, that's weird. I always get Marley's notifications. I get yours. Um, I get other channels that I like. I get their notifications. I don't get KP's notifications. I got Teresa's the other day. I got her notification. But sometimes you just don't get it. It's crazy. And sometimes I'll get it on my computer, but not on my phone. And sometimes I'll get it on my phone and not on my computer. I think it's just a YouTube thing. I think it's just them the way it is. I get my own notifications sometimes. Sometimes I'll get an email. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, oh, I'm live. Okay, duh. Cool. And he's back. Yeah, that's another thing, Dan. Sometimes you get it like 20 minutes later. I've had that. I've had that happen too. So that's another issue. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah. Sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. And like Dan said, sometimes it comes like 20 minutes later. It's stupid as shit. I don't know why it does that, but it's so freaking annoying. My friend just posted, it's cancer season. Mm. Damn cancerians. Pain in the asses. Good lord. Yeah, I don't get KP's ones. Very rarely I get his. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Yeah, you gotta go live more often. I encourage everybody to go live more often. All these damn pranks on here, it's hilarious. All right, I was just looking at something real quick. You never know, Tanya. It might end up happening. Damn. What you doing? Diddy parties? Talking about baby oil. Oh no. No Diddy. No Diddy. That guy's ears must be ringing every day. Jackass. Oh boy. Anyway, I've been on here for 3 hours and 13 minutes. I think it's time that I go to fuck sleep. I've had enough for today. I can't believe I did all the shit that I did today. I was so happy. I got so much done. I cleaned my AC filters, cleaned my AC unit, cleaned my ceiling fan, washed 3 loads of clothes, towels, clothes, all sorts of shit, washed all my dishes, made food, went swimming in the pool, and I washed my van. I'm a good boy. I did a lot, and I'm tired now, and I want to go to sleep. So I'm gonna go take this damn dog who's over here sprawled out. I'm gonna go take her outside for her pee. I'm gonna go pee too, and then I'm gonna go to fuck sleep. I need to get my ass to sleep. And it was hot as hell. Yes, I had a productive day. That's a good thing. Very happy. I got a lot done. My van had a whole pot of bird shit all over it. So I finally cleaned it all off. Tomorrow I'm gonna try and clean the inside of my van. All my clothes is washed, so I don't have to wash anything tomorrow. I just gotta wash my dishes tomorrow. Gotta wash my dishes. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. I know I am. Oh shit, Tanya. Maybe that's probably why something happened to your phone. Ghost probably got your ass. Like this damn woman coming over here with a phone. No, no. Probably. You're probably trying to, ghosts are naked, you can't be looking at them like that. That's probably why. All right, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. It was good seeing you guys and catching up. At least we all got to speak to each other in here and got to chill out for a while. Like I said, I've been on here for 3 hours. My ass is hurting. I need to get up and get out of here. All right, guys. I'll be here tomorrow for sure. See you all tomorrow. Bye.